After over a decade of silence, George R. Martin recently confirmed a major development for his next book, The Winds of Winter. He revealed that Jon Snow will return to the story as a point-of-view character. For most viewers, the HBO series defined our understanding of Jon as a reluctant leader who didn't want power, a man who led primarily by drawing his sword on the front lines. That adaptation replaced Jon's specific literary traits with a more conventional hero archetype. In the original text of the novels, Jon is an intensely ambitious, magically gifted, and cold, calculating political operator. To understand the predatory figure about to wake up in the Winds of Winter, we have to look at the ruthless leader the television show chose to ignore. In the books, Jon is a warg. He possesses a psychic connection to his direwolf, Ghost, that allows him to inhabit the animal's mind and experience its predatory instincts firsthand. He is also driven by a deep, lifelong ambition. As a child, Jon studied ancient conquerors like Daenerys Targaryen and harbored a secret, desperate desire to be named the legitimate Lord of Winterfell. Because his bastard status denied him a birthright, he spent his youth mastering military strategy, history, and command logistics. He isn't just a swordsman, he's a student of power who uses his education to overcompensate for his lack of a name. This creates a leader motivated by a burning need to prove his legitimacy through the exercise of cold, pragmatic authority. As Lord Commander, Jon treats the Night's Watch oath as the binding legal constitution of his administration. Traditionalists viewed this oath as a strict isolationist mandate. For thousands of years, the Watch interpreted its mission as maintaining a hard border to keep the wildlings out of Westeros. Jon uses what scholars call a functionalist legal interpretation. As detailed in an academic paper from the Hungarian Academy of Sciences, he treats the law as a tool to be reinterpreted based on current needs. He relies on a loophole discovered by Samuel Tarly. Samuel argues that because the oath mentions guarding the realms of men, plural, it must legally include the wildlings. Jon uses this pluralization to reclassify his ancient enemies as men. This allows him to legally justify bringing the wildlings across the wall, framing a radical policy shift as a constitutional requirement. His political reach extends far beyond the wall. He meddles in northern noble marriages, advising Alice Karstark on her wedding to secure an alliance. He swaps 2 infants in the night to thwart a blood magic ritual, and he provides the rebel king Stannis Baratheon with the specific military intelligence needed to win the North. This is a chief executive operating in a dangerous legal gray area, prioritizing results over tradition. This radical approach eventually backfires, because constantly bending the law and meddling in foreign wars alienates the officers who value institutional stability. While the TV show framed his assassins as petty traitors, the literary versions of these men are tragic figures. They actually admire Jon's leadership, but they are terrified by his disregard for the Watch's historical norms. This tension culminates in the mutiny led by Bowen Marsh. Marsh stabs Jon with tears in his eyes, believing he is performing a painful constitutional duty to save the Night's Watch from a commander who has gone too far. Jon was killed because his extreme pragmatism and use of legal loopholes broke the very institution he was sworn to lead. The Jon Snow returning in the Winds of Winter is a magically potent strategist, finally stripped of the institutional constraints that led to his death.